So it's a little weird, or maybe it's not weird at all, that the NHL has decided to push woke propaganda on its fans. And boy, is it.
5 years from now, I want hockey to be on the lips of boys and girls of color, just the way, soccer and basketball and baseball is on their lips. Something that they see as accessible.
So, attacking white people. Okay, I guess it's kind of common. You don't really notice it. It's totally immoral, by the way, but it happens a lot. And then they're getting even more esoteric. This is an actual tweet from the league, the NHL. Quote, trans women are women, trans men are men, non-binary identity is real. None of which is true, all of which is insane, but they just stated it like fact.
While Tucker Carlson's career may be at rock bottom at the moment, his beliefs and the power of his messaging is more powerful than ever.
I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion. That's all I'm going to say. On that, if you have any hockey questions, I would answer those.
Can you just clarify what clarify your religion?
Russian Orthodox.
Former Philadelphia Flyer and current Columbus Blue Jackets defenseman Ivan Provorov was celebrated by the right for refusing to wear the team-mandated Pride Night warm-up jersey, getting the backing from head coach John Tortorella, who said he never even thought about benching Provorov for his refusal to participate in the warm-ups.
He's being true to himself and to his religion. This has to do with his belief in his religion. And it's one thing I respect about Provi. He's always true to himself, and so that's where we're at with that.
Was there any consideration on your part when he chose not to wear the jersey to not play him as a result?
No.
The widespread lack of empathy and disrespect for the intended meaning of these Pride Night warm-up jerseys, and the slimmest crumb of representation they give to the LGBTQ+ community eventually led the NHL to issue a league-wide ban on Pride-themed jerseys, with the commish Gary Bettman saying in his official statement on the ban that the jerseys had become a distraction for players and fans, a far cry from what we heard back in 2020 following the summer protests and a renewed interest from the NHL to increase diversity in the league.
To me, progress looks like that we become more reflective of the communities in which our teams play, that there are more black players of both sexes, players of color of both sexes, and that we are more diverse than we've been. I want to make sure that anybody feels comfortable and welcome playing hockey or being part of the hockey family at any level of our game.
Apparently, anybody to Bettman doesn't include the LGBTQ+ community, as the league just announced another draconian ban on players showing support by banning players from taping their sticks with Pride-themed rainbow tape, not just in pregame warm-ups, but in practice. The NHL is silencing players who want to support the community while condoning homophobia and alienating a massive swath of potential new fans, aka paying customers, from following the sport and continuing its growth. However, at least some players are speaking out and ripping the decision.
I think it's pretty clear where I personally stand on pride and the issues surrounding it, which is crazy, but it's out of our hands. I know personally I enjoyed wearing the pride jersey, or the pride tape and military jersey, and I think we had a Willie O'Ree night, Indigenous night, all those great things that we support. We'll be able to support them individually, but collectively that's not going to be, that's out of the players' control. So disappointing.
Edmonton Oilers winger Zach Hyman shared his disappointment with the league's decision, getting the backing from his captain and face of the entire league, reigning MVP Connor McDavid, who echoed Hyman's disappointment of the league, as did Maple Leafs defenseman Morgan Riley via Sportsnet NHL writer Luke Fox. And the same can be said for Rasmus Andersson of the Calgary Flames, who is confused why this is even an issue at all. Again, echoing the same feelings of disappointment and helplessness as Hyman, McDavid, Riley, and Vancouver Canucks teammates Jack Hughes and Ian Cole, who both towed the line with their thoughts on the ban, while reaffirming that the ban will not stop them from doing what they can to support the community off the ice as well. With Cole going even further than Hughes, defending the Canucks organization to keep the focus on this being a decision coming down from the NHL that brazenly limits player empowerment and the real positive impacts some of these franchises are having on their communities. As Sid Ziegler of Outsports eloquently puts it, the NHL has caved to the bigoted minority and shot themselves in the foot yet again after a seemingly positive shift toward diversity and inclusion initiatives, which included partnering with LGBTQ+ organizations, but that was all thrown away after reading the intentionally broad and ambiguous language of the new ban, which goes so far as to not require players to even be physically near anyone who they associate with Pride or other special initiatives like military or Indigenous peoples appreciation events, policing and controlling how organizations celebrate whatever community it may be, whether on or off the ice, sending a clear signal to both teams and outside organizations that they need to be careful if they want the players involved at all. Deputy Commissioner Bill Daley downplayed and dismissed the impact that this rule change will have while speaking on the Halford and Bro show, questionably asserting that the league doesn't think a lot will change in the coming season, since teams will put more of their own resources behind the initiatives they want to support, completely failing to recognize the pitfalls in that logic and how it will only create more issues down the line.